Hello, I'm Major Robert McCullough, and welcome to Police Report, brought to you by the men and women of the Baltimore County Police Department. This program brings you information on crime trends, crime prevention techniques, and information on police department activities and operations. In today's program, we'll be speaking with Officer Gary Doucett of the Precinct 6 Towson Community Outreach Team. He will be discussing the upcoming holiday seasons and will provide us with some fall and winter crime prevention and safety tips. Later in the show, we'll talk with Officer Darren Kelly, the Precinct 3 Franklin Domestic Violence Coordinator. He will tell us about the problem of domestic violence in our society and will provide us with some helpful tips when dealing with victims and persons suspected of committing domestic violence. As the weather becomes cool and the winter holidays approach, crime prevention and personal safety should remain a priority for all of us. There are criminals out there just waiting for you to give them the opportunity to rip you off. With me to discuss fall and winter crime prevention and safety tips is Officer Gary Doucett of the Precinct 6 Towson Community Outreach Team. Gary, welcome to Police Report.
Thank you for having me.
Now, for our viewers, the seasons are changing. During the fall and winter, it starts to get dark a lot earlier. And we have to be concerned even more about our personal safety in terms of being robbed and some other things.
Yes, sir.
With the weather changing and it getting dark, what are some things that our viewers need to consider in terms of their personal safety?
Well, the main thing is not to take a lot of cash with you. And nowadays, people have their credit cards with them, and they have their cell phones with them. So limit the amount of cash that you're going to take with you. And when you go into the stores, you know, a lot of times you're putting your PIN numbers in. Make sure that you do it confidentially so no one can access your PIN number.
And talk more about that. They're at the bank machine and they're getting money out during the holidays.
Sure.
Should they be looking around? Should they take somebody with them?
Here's the deal. You want to, if you want to go to an ATM machine, go to a well-lit ATM machine and try to limit the time you want to go. If you have to go at night, make sure you go to a place that's well-lit. Most of your ATM machines are well-lit. But also, when you're walking up or driving up, look around, see what's going on, and then, when you're getting your cash out, get that cash out, put it in a safe place as soon as possible, and get to your destination where you're going to.
And what about things like skimmers? Many of our viewers might not be familiar with the skimmer, but a skimmer is a device that's placed. Talk about that.
They're used as a device that uses when someone wants to access your information. When you go up to the machine, and I do the same thing, just pull on the machine. If it looks loose, then that's a machine you don't want to use because that skimming device may have been placed on that machine.
So they just need to be aware of
it. Exactly.
Doesn't look right.
It doesn't look right. You go somewhere else to use the machine because if it's loose, a lot of times if you just shake the machine, it'll be nice and tight. If it's nice and tight, and then this is a trusted machine that you know.
Just don't shake it too much.
No, don't shake it too much. You don't want to pull it off, but shake it because a lot of times the skimmers are put on there. They're not put on there very secure. They're just put on there just for the thief to go in and get your information.
Okay. Another topic of concern that I'm passionate about is auto theft and people breaking into people's cars.
Yes.
Let's talk about that problem.
Yeah, now the wintertime is coming up. We tell people all the time, don't leave your cars running. A lot of people think that it's legal to leave your engine running with the keys in. Mm-hmm. It's not legal to leave your cars running with the keys in it.
And even when you have a key fob and you might be a few feet away and you leave the car running.
The same thing. And also, don't leave anything in your car. What I tell people is, if I can see it and a bad guy can see it, then you're a target. Because people always say, well, I'm just leaving a few items. Don't leave anything in your car. Because if you can see it, certainly they can see it.
What about the people that stop to 7-Eleven, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, places like that, and run in, want to get coffee, and want to leave the car running because they don't want the car to get cold?
Listen, you want to run in there and get that coffee or that soda, cut that car off. It only takes it takes very little time for a person who sees you going in and getting in your your car and taking off.
And what about leaving small children in your vehicle?
Never leave small children in the car. Never, even no matter what time of the year or whatever. Never leave. Don't take the children with you if you don't want to take them with you.
And what about shopping? I mean, people are going to be shopping during Thanksgiving and Christmas, and they might buy a lot of packages and take those packages back to the car. Should they leave those packages in a visible
Never.
area? Like
Leave those. Put those packages in your trunk, and if you have like an SUV, a lot of SUVs have a cover in the back space. Put that in there, and make sure when you put it in there that you're looking around, that you're surrounded, so no one is looking. Because if someone sees you putting it in there, they can also break your window or enter your vehicle, and then your holiday is ruined.
Okay, now let's talk about home safety and some crime prevention tips
Sure.
related to that. One of the things we always tell people is never leave your doors unlocked.
Yeah,
Why?
never leave your door, because you're inviting someone to come in. It's just like if you leave, it's less like leaving your car unlocked. You don't want anybody to enter your home. And just like if you don't want to leave your windows open, you don't want to leave anything like that. And like you say, never leave your front door open when you're in the backyard, because you're in the backyard, you don't know what's going on in the front, and your shrubs and so forth. Keep them cut back so that if someone could be hiding in those areas like that,
Now, what about when you're out, you might be sweeping up leaves or getting up the leaves in the yard? Another reason not to leave anything open because you can't see.
You can't see it. And also, we always tell people all the time, you see somebody suspicious, call 911. Let us check it out first before anything, because you never know. You never know. So give us a call, let us check it out, and let us do what we have to do. And then if everything checks out, you're okay.
Now, what about people that might have windows at the back of their house, and especially older houses? Yeah. Sometimes people's locks don't work properly, or the weather's been warm and now it's getting cold all of a sudden, and they forget to lock those windows. What should they do?
Well, go in and check your house. Make sure that you got those doors locked, those windows and doors locked. Check them. When you're leaving out, it only takes a few minutes to go in and check it. And like I say, be vigilant. Check around and make sure that that if you haven't locked it, just do it once around your house and check your windows.
And many thieves and burglars like to steal bicycles and things that are loose around the house.
Yes, sir.
Even mopeds, mini bikes, dirt bikes.
We tell people, don't leave your bikes outside. Put your bikes inside. Even with a chain on your bicycle, someone can still come along with a cutter and cut that off, and your bicycle's gone. And then that bicycle is a mode of transportation for the thief.
And what about alarm systems? Do you recommend people have alarm systems?
Yeah, alarm systems are very good. You should have an alarm system. If you use the alarm system, make sure you get it registered with the Baltimore County, and also make sure you know the proper code, because a lot of times we get false alarms with people who unfortunately forget to put the correct code in their alarms.
Now, in our society, cell phones are big things. People like to walk and talk on their cell phones. What about that?
Yeah, keep your cell phone with you, because a lot of people now don't even have landlines. Everybody now have cell phones. Use your cell phone to your advantage, And when you're walking, don't have the cell phone in your ear while you're talking, because a lot of people walking across the street, walking home, they're not even paying attention to the surroundings. They're more focused on that cell phone. So use that cell phone as an advantage, but not as a disadvantage.
And especially cross the streets.
Exactly. When you cross the street, people cross the street and they're looking down. They're not looking ahead, and vehicles are turning, and people are walking towards them and so forth.
Now let's talk about some deceptions and scams. Many times our senior citizens are unaware of some of these scams and things that are going on. What are some of the things we see in terms of scams in Baltimore County?
I talk to senior citizens all the time. They're an excellent group. These are very trusting people. What I tell them is, if someone calls you and you don't know who they are, hang up the phone. If someone's coming to your home and they say, well, I want to do work at your house, or they want to, they're from the water department. They say they want to check out. Never let anyone in your house. First of all, the water department's not coming to your house to take care of anything. They're going to take care of anything outside. Only time anyone's going to come to your house is a plumber that is coming into your house.
And what about people who might be pretending to be police officers? We even see that these days.
Yes, you see them as police. If you're not sure, because unfortunately I had that happen to me, and if you're not sure, call 911 and say, hey, there's a guy at my door who says he's a police officer. If he's in uniform or not in uniform. It doesn't hurt for 911, because 911 can check and let you know that there's an officer supposed to be at your home.
And what about our viewers who may live alone in their homes?
Yeah, if you live alone at your home, make sure that someone knows you're there, and you're checking the house and your house and your surroundings. Make sure that everything is locked up tight. I don't want you to be a cocoon in your house, but I want you to be safe in your home.
And what about during the holiday season? Many people have packages delivered to their house,
Yes,
whether
all
it's
the
by
time.
FedEx or UPS or Amazon these days. Talk to us about the whole package situation being delivered to the home.
Well, with the packages, if you live in the neighborhood and you know a package delivered, have a trusted neighbor look out for you to pick up that package. And also, you can have the package delivered to the rear of the home, because that's kind of unusual that no one's going to go around to the back, because they go around to the back, then that's suspicious to someone. So if you're having the package delivered, have it delivered at your home. And if you know a neighbor, a trusted neighbor, have it delivered there, or have it delivered to an alternate location you know someone's going to be home.
And what about our viewers that may be home during the daytime, and they may have other neighbors that work during the day and they have packages delivered to their homes? What should our viewers look out for, and what should they do if they see something suspicious?
If you see a delivery man deliver a package, and then you see a vehicle come right behind that delivery person, and you see them walk up to the house and you know that's not that person, immediately call 911, because that package most likely is going to be taken by that person who followed that driver to that home.
And should they get a description of the vehicle, the color, make, model,
The most
tag
important
number
thing
possible?
is the tag number. The most important, the tag number and the description of the alleged perpetrator.
And what about personal information? Many times we have people calling with identity theft being so prevalent.
Yes, sir.
What about people providing their personal information to people
If
over
you-
the phone or the internet?
If you don't know who that person is, do not provide personal information unless you're on the phone or on the line with a trusted company that you know. Then you can provide that information. If not, do not give out your information, any personal information, to anybody over the telephone or on the computer, because once they have it, they're going to use it.
Now, some other basic crime prevention things. Many of our viewers go away for the holidays, whether it's for Thanksgiving or Christmas.
Sure.
In terms of social media, many of us like to post things on Facebook and Twitter about us going away. Why is
sir.
that a bad idea?
Because if you're posting online that you're away, you're in another state, or you're out of state, or somewhere, you're away, that lets the criminal know, hey, that home is vacant and I can go there and do whatever I need to do. And if you're there, if you're gonna be away, turn your lights on in your home. If you have timers, put them on timers.
Now, in terms of you being away, and we talked about locking doors and things like that, what are some other things people should do when they're going to be away during the holidays?
Well, if you're going to be away, the Baltimore County Police Department has a vacant house form. Mm-hmm. You can contact your precinct and let them know that you're going to be away, and then that postcard is aware that that home is vacant, and then that officer doing his tour of duty can check that home. If he sees somebody or a neighbor sees someone suspicious, then he knows that, hey, that house is vacant, someone is away, and I know there's something going on there.
And in terms of your mail, what do you do about your mail?
Either, if you're going to be away for a period of time, have the mail remain at the post office, or have a neighbor or relative pick that mail up for you. Don't leave your mail piled up, because when you leave your mail piled up, criminals know that someone hasn't been home in a certain amount of time. So if you do that, then you're letting the criminal know, hey, I'm not home, and then that mail is piling up, and that gives them an opportunity to take advantage of you.
And finally, in terms of personal property, those things that can be engraved around the house or documented with video or whatever.
Exactly.
What do you tell our viewers?
You know, like we all now have computers and cell phones. Take pictures of it, especially your identification numbers, and a picture of everything that you want to keep, because now you can take that information and you can download it on your computer. And if you want to, you can also engrave. Some people don't like engrave because it may damage it. If not, just take a picture of it, take a picture of the serial number, and put it on your computer and save it.
Okay, thank you, Officer Gary Doucett.
Well, thank you, sir.
As you can see, it is very important to be vigilant and for all of us to look out for our neighbors during the fall and winter weather seasons. Remember, lock your vehicles, don't leave valuables laying out, and leave your lights on outside and around your home. For more crime prevention tips and information, you can go to the Baltimore County Police website. We would like to thank Officer Gary Doucett for being with us today.
Thank you very much.
Coming up next in our program, we'll be speaking with Officer Darren Kelly, the Precinct 3 Franklin Domestic Violence Coordinator. He will tell us about the problem of domestic violence in our society and provide us with some helpful tips when dealing with victims and persons suspected of committing domestic violence. But first, this message.